My concoction for like everything is hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, and baking soda. Like there could be literally like a masked man outside my door, and I'll go get hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, and baking soda, and like I'm guessing that's a really good weapon. It's just what I think. Like I just literally, like I think I have like around this time of year, I would start getting bites, and I'm like, I have to have fucking bed bugs that come out during this time of year or something. So I just sprinkle everything with like baking soda, and then I spray like alcohol and hydrogen peroxide everywhere. It's kind of like this like vampire type shit. Like people like those people that do all these like weird Ouija or those sage cleansing things. I just use baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, and alcohol. And like I just hope it pisses off the bed bugs. To tell you the truth. So you really better check yourself. Messing with my sleep is bad for your health. You really better check yourself. Messing with my sleep is bad for your health. Oh shit. Are walks really necessary? People like rave about walks, and it's like, I don't know why. I think they're annoying. Like literally, I did like rice and an assortment of beans. It's like the rice and the beans, and then this is like a bunch of chicken. And then I take like a tub of mayonnaise and just rinse it. So you really better check yourself. You hear that sound? Like, I'm sure that poor people, they like go to a dollar store or Walmart and buy like a million Tupperwares, like those cheap dollar ones. And then like rich people probably have like, I don't even know, probably like thousands of dollars worth of Tupperware. But me, I'm like, if I can literally put it in a cardboard box, I fucking will. So I ain't got shit. I just buy Ziploc bags. So like basically, I don't even know what to do. I guess just wait till it cools off. So you really better check yourself, messing with my sleeping. So you really better check yourself. You really better check yourself, messing with my bitches, bad for your hair. Seriously, like, look at this shit. You see all that fucking shit right there? And like I went and bought like 1,000,000 bags of potatoes because I was like, I'll be the first one to tell you right now, I'm not gonna starve. Like for real. So I went and bought like literally like $30 worth of potatoes because like I'm I've been hungry now for like 10 years straight. And I'm like fucking so fed up with it. And it's like, for poor people you can't get a chef or do this or that or the other. And for I'm not an idiot, so I know that like more than half the food on every grocery store shelf is I'm allergic to actually. Like bodies don't like. I'm like, fuck, there's a handful of items that I can fucking eat that actually do something. Unlike say celery, water, you can eat bananas and shit all day. You can't eat vegetables all day. It's like, so what else is there? It's like, do the math. It's not even a math problem. Entire jar. So, anyways, the first or second week or whatever, I left a bag of potatoes in my car just because I've been basically dealing with conspiracies like so much, and like, oh my god, it's like so draining sometimes. Like knowing someone's like literally plotting against you. So I left a bag of potatoes in the back of my car because like I don't know when you're not. Well, I don't know. So I just left a bag of potatoes in my car, and then I brought them like up like a few days later, and I was like, wait a second, these motherfuckers are green. And I looked online, and like I don't trust anything the internet says, but it's like no, seriously, like those are fucking poisonous, and like it can even cause like neurological problems. And so I threw them away. And then I obviously figured out that like for sure when I was like really sick in Miami, it was potatoes. But anyways, the second round of potato buying, I bought like $30 worth of potatoes. I was like, well, I'm not gonna leave them in my car. I'm gonna store them in like supposedly a cool, dry place. So like shoved them in the cupboards, and I made a shit ton of potatoes. But like 4 or 5 days later, I still had a few bags left, and I needed to make more potatoes. And I took them out. They had sprouts all over them. And I look up on the internet like a fucking idiot instead of just being like, I'm not fucking with potatoes. Like, for real, I'm not fucking with potatoes. Like, I've ate fucked up meat so many times. Nothing's gonna do you like a fucking potato will. I swear to you. And only I know this. Like, I have literally been in Miami dead of summer with fucking chicken next to me for hours, eating hot chicken in the Miami, like in my car, didn't get sick. You know what I mean? Like, peanuts are pretty fucked up too, though. So, anyways, I spend 10 minutes cutting off the skins and this, whatever, the sprouts of the potato. And I end up eating obviously the potato, and like literally like my stomach went insane. Like it's just crazy. And yeah. And like I haven't had any skin problems whatsoever. And like all of a sudden I was like working out again. Like I for like literally since like I haven't really been able to work out since like 2016. Like it's somewhere in 2016. I almost broke my neck. Thank you, Jessica Alba. And then like no, like I just like, oh, I thought everyone was my friend, and like I kept getting these like superstitious signs not to like work out or go to the beach. And so like I literally stopped working out. And then by the time I wanted to start working out again is when that tumor had grown to the size of like a newborn baby, and I couldn't work out. And then it's been a year now since I've had my tumor removed. And just fucking now, like a month ago, I've been able to fucking use my fucking body. I'm not even fucking lying to you. And like I think it's kind of funny, not worth mentioning too much, but you know, it's like, okay, they made it sound like it was like this little harmless cyst or it could be cancer. You know what I mean? Instead of being like real with me and being like, no, like this is not cancer, most likely. It's just a huge fucking thing that needs to be removed, like and whatever. But instead, they were like, oh, it's this little cyst and it's this, it's this outpatient surgery, and within 2 weeks you'll be back to normal. Bitch ass hoes. It took 11 fucking months for me to even be able to move, like to do a fucking push up, like for real. It took 11 fucking months. So, anyways, I was like, my diet and shit has been so fucked up. Like I went from basically drinking every single day and like not really, just forgetting about my health. Then I went straight into school where like I was drinking Starbucks and probably not eating that good. And then I went through a phase of like being vegan and shit. And then in law school, I barely ate anything. Like it was so horrible. It was the worst experience of my fucking life. And then, it's weird because it's like, hey, like I have food allergies or shit like that. But anyways, like I was like, well, fuck. I just started working out. Like I don't barely eat shit because, I like half of the American diet I can't eat. So I was like, I think that's just bullshit. So I started eating overnight. I started eating nuts, dairy, wheat, and eggs. I swear to you, I have bumps of shit everywhere. Like some of these bumps have been there for like 2 weeks now. And it's like, that's why I think I have bed bugs. But I think it's funny because it's like, people probably think that I'm like a heroin user because if you look like really close, I have all these like blisters right where like people use heroin, and it's like all up the fucking tops of my arms. Like you can see these bumps, and it's like, is it bed bugs or is it like my body recovering? But it's funny. It's like, I think eggs I'm really fucked up too. But it's like the minute I start getting back on the right track, boom, I eat these potatoes. You know what I mean? It's like this never ending thing. But like I was doing really good, like really well with, everything for a long time. Once I cut out the nuts in my body, and so it's kind of like, it's definitely a bittersweet moment. Just kidding. Bittersweet actually fits in there. Have you ever done that before? Where like you think of a vocabulary word and like this huge like, movie scene like description of what's going on, but it's like actually not even how you feel, but like the vocabulary word actually like fits into like, you know what I mean? So you could say like it's really bittersweet that like I got to start working out, but the minute I started working out, and it's been like 5 years since I could really, I like started going back to these habits of when I was like 16 or 14 or whatever it is of eating. So it's like, but like that's not how I think about it. That's not how I feel about it. It's just like the dumbest thing ever. Anyways, now I'm gonna eat